I'm Nicholas Murphy, 21 years old, community college student.
I am Justin Swinson. I am 25 years old. I am a alumni now of Prince George's Community College. Um, I'm a Pisces.
Waiter,
I'm the luckiest of all Chinese zodiac signs.
part-time comedian, as well as journalist, as well as pretty lazy guy for the most part. Other than that,
I live with my mama.
I chose to kind of get into comedy. I think it kind of just happened really with comedy with me. It was there was a favor. I was asked to write some stand-up. I never did it before, and after I did it, it just kept happening, and it just was natural. And just comedic writing in general just started to come naturally. It kind of was just like comedy made sense.
People have always told me I'm kind of funny. I don't know if they were laughing with me or at me, but for one reason or another, it seemed to be kind of the one constant thing I've always had growing up. Well, that and being short. So there are a lot of short comedians, so I figured they blend pretty well.
All right, comedy-wise, Chris Rock is definitely up there. Big Chris Rock fan. Wayne's Brothers. I grew up on their show. Shawn and Marlon. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Spike Lee, just because Do the Right Thing is one of my favorite movies, and I think the movie's hilarious.
Honestly, I'd say my mom. She's been, me and her have probably seen eye to eye maybe 4 times my entire life. So it's really, um, it's kind of like a weird sort of inspiration where it's like someone stays on your back so long where you just want to prove you can do something and be like, yeah, I did it.
It's that time in life where, like, everything else is so shitty. Like, everything sucks. Like, recently, I just saw a movie called I Melt With You. It has Jeremy Piven in it, Rob Lowe is in it, and this movie is sad. Everybody dies at the end of this movie. They'll just commit suicide, and I was like, damn, that's sad as shit. And then I watched Boondocks, and I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better. So that's what comedy is for me. Comedy is when everything else sucks, it's shitty, there's that thing that can make you smile, that can give somebody joy, no matter how brief of a time, that can take your mind off of the bullshit and the sucky parts of life, and then you just have comedy. Like, you have a reason to smile. You have a reason to laugh. So that's what comedy is to me. It's that break away from the shitty parts of life.
Comedy is one constant in life that always seems to be the best thing you could have. People say there's always death and taxes, but there's always comedy in something. You know, you have your bills, you have your family, you have illness, you have death, you have grief, you have sadness, you have all these things. And then there's comedy, which brings happiness, and it's important, I think. I don't know where I'd be without it.
My career goal at this point, which not even at this point, my career goal is to pretty much is to keep writing and stick mainly to comedic writing, but also, different types, like doing dark humor, a little bit out there type of things. The little corny stuff every once in a while shows up, but it's like I like writing. I'm good when it comes to being funny, especially in my writing. If I could, I'd have a sitcom that I write that I had of cartoons, stand-up specials. I want that. That's my career goal. My career goal is to be a comedian and to be a comic writer.
I would hope to one day be considered funny enough to make a living out of it. I don't want to work at a hotel forever. And I don't know. I'm not really in love with going back to school. So I'm hoping this works out because I'm broke. I can't really afford college anymore.